Today, I'm going to show you how to hoop 10 different items on these hooping stations. We are going to go from shirts and sweaters, to jackets, to baby items, to even a few random things. So let's see what we can get hooped up and how this goes. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Shelby. I run an at-home embroidery business, and I also teach you guys here on YouTube. Follow along if you like embroidery, business, crafts, blogs, and we kind of get into a little bit of everything here. I wanted to start off this video by again saying thank you to my friends at embroideryhooping.com for sending me this. I did unbox it in the last video, and it was really fun. I got the legs working, I got the sleeve hoop set up. Now I want to kind of test everything out. If you are looking into getting a hooping station, be sure to check out the link below and check out my code because you can get a little bit of a discount on one, which is always nice, right? As always, I am not being paid to say anything, but I really appreciate your support in being here. I'm gonna go gather up some items and we are gonna get testing. Okay, I have a whole load of different items that I'm going to test out, and we'll see what kind of configurations will work best and what I think about everything. For shirts, I have a Comfort Colors t-shirt, and I also grabbed a Ladies Fit polo shirt. So we are gonna try and get these hooped up. If you're unfamiliar with hooping stations, you do have to first decide where you want your logo to be on your item and then align the fixture with where that would match up. So for the first time, you're always going to need to play around with it. But then if, say you're doing 10 of these polos, after you get the fixture aligned in the perfect spot, all you would need to do is slip the polo on and hoop. So off camera, I'm gonna get my target stickers on and get the fixture in the right place, and then I will show you the hooping process once I'm ready. I always highly recommend a target sticker like this. It makes hooping any item, whether you're using a hooping station, whether you're not using a hooping station, really easy. And I would say I use these on probably 90 to 95% of the items that I embroider. I don't know what I would do without them. Okay, those shirts ended up being super easy. You just move the fixture to where it would line up with your chest logo and pop it on. I had a subscriber make a comment in the last video that you should make a list or a chart of all of the different brands and sizes that you do to know which number would correlate, and then that way you don't have to play around with it. You know exactly what number to go to in the future. Now let's say that I wanted to do a full front logo on this t-shirt and I wanted it to be dead center. For a full front logo, I would not use my 5x5 hoop. I would probably go to this one here, which is 7 by 12.5. So this should go all the way across the shirt. Maybe not a small shirt, but a large for sure. So I'm going to take the fixture off and use these adjustable ones. The fixture just pops off. And I'm going to take the back of that large hoop to try and get this aligned here. I'm going to get this centered. And then I will lay that there to try and figure out where this one should go. And the top one does slide up and down to get your hoop in, which is nice. Okay. I'm sure if you took a mark down the center, this would be perfect, which is great because it's always really hard to do a full front to get it lined up in the exact center and then also not have it tilted at all. It's not on an angle, it's perfectly perpendicular to the center of the shirt. Next up, we're gonna move on to really thick hoodies. This is an ATC work hoodie, which is ultra heavy, and we know of course that it can do the chest logo. It would be the same as the t-shirt, but let's try and do a centered front logo, and let's even try the back of the hoodie to see how that looks. There we we go. Then you could do something across the chest. I would move this higher up. As you can see, it's totally centered with the pocket here. Embroider the back of the hoodie there, which is really cool. A lot of people like doing a large image or graphic on the back. I'm going to switch this back over to the fixture because we're going to work on a jacket next. And I want to make sure that we line up with the zipper nicely and the zipper doesn't get in the way of the hoop. These are just super easy to pop off, and then we can put our fixture back on. I'm not sure which number I'm going to need this at, but I can always play around with it. I don't know if it's better to zip up the jacket or leave it open. I think it would be fine to leave it open as long as you know for sure that your zipper is completely vertical. Now the quilting on this puffy jacket also gives a good indicator of whether things are lined up. It seems like the lines here are a little bit crooked. So let's try that again with the jacket zipped up. I'm just gonna roll that at the bottom a little bit so that it sits nicely. Oh, perfect. Now, similar to the jacket, I'm gonna go in with a vest. Same concept. I am going to zip it up. I'm gonna roll it at the bottom so it sits lower. These quilt lines on this vest do go down in a diagonal, so I'm just gonna focus on making sure the zipper is not interfering. It may be inside the hoop slightly, but that's okay because I want this arm to be hooped in nice and tight rather than have a hole. Now I want to play around with the sleeve hooping station, which I think can be really fun because you don't only do sleeves on this. For this, we can either use the fixture with a 5x5 hoop, or we can use these smaller attachments and try to use my sleeve hoop, which is a 12.6 by 3.9. I want to start with the fixture and try out a beanie. So I'm going to put the fixture on so that it's essentially upside down because I'm going to pull the beanie onto the bottom here. So I'm just gonna mark the middle of the cuff where I would do my embroidery, flip my beanie inside out like usual, and then I'm gonna pull it over here. And to me, it doesn't matter where in the hoop it is, as long as it's centered, because I can always move my needle up and down to where I want the design to be, depending how big it is. So all I'm gonna do is center it. There are grid lines across. I'm gonna make sure that the beanie runs from one side to the other along those grid lines. You always want to tuck the rest of the beanie in so that it doesn't get embroidered, but there we go. Extremely simple. Okay, let's go for a tote bag next. For this, I think I'm just gonna put my sticker in the center of the handle like that. I'm just going to align the center, make sure that everything is straight across. Again, this will depend where you want to embroider on the tote. Like if you want to do up here, you could obviously move it down. If you want to do the middle of the tote, move it up all the way, just as long as it's centered. Easy peasy, there we have it. You could do like a monogram or something on a tote bag. Now I'm going to test out this backpack. I think I'm going to open this pocket here on the front and we'll just see if we can get this pocket lined up. So I'm not going to actually measure this. I would if I was embroidering, but I'm just going to put a dot in the center of the pocket there. I'm going to try to make it so that this top zipper doesn't interfere. Perfect. That is totally lined up, totally centered. And you could embroider some cute little names or something on a backpack. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more smaller items with this fixture, and then we're gonna take the fixture off and put the actual sleeve hoop on and try and hoop a sleeve up. Another fun idea I thought was, what about baby bibs? So I was thinking we could just throw the baby bib on top here. Obviously there would be stabilizer underneath it. It's essentially the perfect size for this hoop. Voila, baby bib hooped and ready to go. And there was no measuring. Okay, I see a lot of gifts and stuff of embroidered hand towels or even embroidered beach towels if you want. I think with an embroidered beach towel, I would use the main station and a larger hoop. But for a little hand towel, just line this up, make sure that it's even and centered. and then go and embroider that, personalize it. Amazing. With towels, I would warn that you should use a topper. Not that this is an embroidering tutorial, but just in case, I want to throw that out there. Let's take this fixture off. I'm going to use these smaller attachments and get it measured up with my sleeve hoop. So I'm gonna put this one at the very bottom. There we go. Now I have a medium-sized crew neck sweater here. So I'm gonna slide the sleeve in with usually there's a seam down the center of the sleeve. So I'm gonna line that up, grab my hoop. Look at that. I don't know if you've ever hooped a sleeve before, but it is a pain when you're not using something like this. This is kind of embarrassing. Normally I would take the back of the hoop, wrap stabilizer around it, use painter's tape to tape the stabilizer down in place so that I could shove that in the sleeve, and then try and hold the sleeve with one hand so that it was taut, and then take the other hand with the top hoop and try and get it locked on there. It's a disaster. So this method, wow, I'm kind of kicking myself for doing it the other way for so long. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun testing out different items and seeing how I could hoop them with these stations. I think that in the future, this is gonna save me a lot of time and energy, so I'm really excited about that. Stay tuned for vlogs because I'm sure you'll see me doing some bulk orders in the future and using these to keep the process moving a lot faster, a lot smoother, so stick around. Again, thank you to my friends for sending these, and check out down below for the link. The discount code will work not only for the hooping station, but also for any sized magnetic hoop. So go ahead and find what size magnetic hoops might be beneficial to you, look for your specific machine, and get a little bit of money off. Please leave in the comments down below what is the one thing you wish you had a hooping station for, or if you have a hooping station, what is the one item that you would not do normally again and you really rely on your hooping station for. Please, as always, if there's any videos or content you'd like to see, let me know, send me a message, leave me a comment, do what you gotta do, and I will try my best to get to your requests. Until next time, bye friends.